everyone, welcome to Pilates. We'll be using a TheraBand again today. If you've got one, that would be great, grab it. If you don't have one, not the issue. You don't need to do any of the exercises with the TheraBand. Just makes it a little more intense out of the exercises we do. So let's get started. We are going to use the TheraBand. Wrap the TheraBand a handful of times around your hands. Fingers are long and the arms are just outside of your hips. Draw the tummy in, equal pressure through all 10 toes. And when you're ready, chin to chest, navel pulls in, let's roll it down. Arms just hang, head hangs down as well. Breath in when you get to the bottom. Breath out, press through the feet, scoop the tummy, roll all the way up. At the top, there's a shoulder roll, a calf raise, and an arm float. Arms lengthen, you lift up, a little press out into the band. Breath in and a breath out. Bring the heels down, bring the arms down, tuck the chin. Let's roll it down again. So releasing the tension as you roll down. Big breath in, breath out, press through the heels, scoop the tummy, roll, restack. A shoulder roll, a calf raise, and an arm float. Lengthen and reach. A little press into the TheraBand if you've got one. Just gives you a little more help. Breath in and a breath out. Drop the heels, drop the chin, lower the arms. Let's roll it down again. Breath in at the bottom. Breath out, roll and restack. A shoulder roll again, a calf raise, and an arm float. Everything's the same here. Breath in at the top. And a breath out, lower the heels, lower the hands. So if you're using the TheraBand, just release the TheraBand maybe one more round. And then lengthening, lift the arms up, a little press out, bring it back down. So same movement through the arms, even if you don't have a TheraBand. Draw the tummy in, melt the shoulders down, and a little pressing out to the outside walls and bring it back down. Just going to tighten this up just a little. Breath in, navel pulls in, ribs pull down, a little press out and a breath out to bring it back down. 4 more. There's a breath in and a breath out. So you're pressing back a little ways. I'll go side on, lengthen and reach. Just press behind the head as you open up the arms. You don't want the ribs to pop open. The ribs pull down as the tummy pulls up. 1 more here for me, please. Breath in and a breath out. Bring it down for me, guys. Lovely work. Still holding on to the TheraBand. Choke up once or twice more again if you've got it. Elbows tuck in. Again, if you don't have a TheraBand, not the issue, but melt the shoulders into your back pocket. Standing up tall, and can you let the right arm open and close? There's a breath out and a breath in. Left arm stays anchored into the waist. Shoulders melt into the back pocket. A little open and close. So if I go side on, you want to see that the shoulders are nicely stacked. You are definitely not rounding forward through the shoulders. Breath in and out. And open and close. There are 8 more. We've got 7. You have 6. 5 to go. 4. So try not to press out with the stationary arm. Keep that as stable as you can. You are just pulling against it. Last 1 and relax. Anchor that arm into place. Shoulders melt. And now the other side opens and closes. It's like you want to thumb a ride, or you want to open and close the door. Again, the shoulder rests in your back pocket. The collarbone feels open. Minimal movement from the arm, just an open and close from the elbow to the hand on that one side. Again, there are 8. We have 7. We have 6. Warming the back of the shoulders. Last 4. 3, 2, and 1 for me, guys. Relax, bring the hands down. Same, slightly different. Let's lengthen and reach. Arms reach up to the ceiling, shoulders melt into the back pocket. Plant both feet into the mat. Reach up a little higher as you breathe in. Breathe out. Let's lean over to the left. Breath in, pull with the top hand to bring yourself back up. No TheraBand, you've just grabbed the fingers or interlaced the fingers. Breath in, reach up, reach over. Breath out, pull with the top hand to bring yourself back up. So no TheraBand, the fingers are interlaced. If that movement's available to you, if your shoulders are happy to be here. If not, otherwise we are here. Lengthen and reach up and over, pressing back up to the ceiling. One more each side. There's a breath in and a breath out to bring it back. We go again, breath in, pressing down through the opposite foot, and a breath out to bring it back up to center. Keep the pelvis nice and stable. Keep the arms long and above the head, but the elbows soft. Can you rotate to the left? Bring it back to center. Can you rotate right? Bring it back to center. So hips always want to feel like they are as still as they could be. So you're not rotating through the lower half. If anything, you feel like the lower half of the torso might push a little bit in opposition to the upper half. So again, if you don't have a TheraBand or if the arms aren't happy to be there, interlace the fingers, hold on to the back of the head, breath in and a breath out. Breath in and a breath out. One more each way. Breath in and out. Last one. I feel we started to the left, so let's finish one more to the right. It is a credit one. Bring it back. Arms come up and relax. Just 2 or 3 shoulder rolls in one direction, 2 or 3 shoulder rolls in the reverse. We're going to get into our glutes and into our biceps. Again, if you don't have a TheraBand, you don't need one. You're just going to miss out on the action for the biceps, or not the action, you'll miss out on a big contraction, but the contraction will still be there, just won't be as much. So we are holding the TheraBand, holding onto the outside edges. Wrap the hands around maybe once, maybe twice. Hold on, find the center of the TheraBand. Place the right leg into the TheraBand. Right leg is in the TheraBand. A definite bend in the knee. Draw the tummy in. Lengthen the left leg long. So here we might like to just chalk up a little bit more. Maybe 1 or 2 more rolls around the hand with that TheraBand. A little pitch forward through the torso. You want to be really interested in the floor at the edge of your mat. Zip up your skinny jeans, draw the tummy in, don't move the torso, but float the left leg as you breathe in and out. A breath in and out. A squeeze of the glute to float that leg. Breath in and out. So there might be a little pitch forward and back, but you don't want massive movement through the torso. First one for me was a bit dodgy, but here we've centered ourselves, yeah? Breath in and out. So you're not going up and down through the torso. You're just squeezing the bottom to float that left leg behind. One more here. Let's add in a bicep curl. Breath in and arms go down. Breath out, leg gets to float. Breath in. Breath out, breath in and out. So I don't mind how you coordinate your breathing, as long as there's a definite breath in somewhere, a definite breath out somewhere else. So squeeze the glute, float the left leg behind, hinge from the elbows to go a bicep curl. And again, a squeeze of the bottom, a hinge from the elbows. Lengthen through the spine. Draw the tummy in a little deeper and bring the hands to the shoulders. Now they might not come all the way up, and that's okay. Breath in and out. 2 more here. Squeeze the glute. So you're working through the right glute, through the right quad, as well as that left glute. 1 more here. Squeeze the glute, float the left leg, and bring the arms up. Just stand up or give those legs a little rest. So hopefully finding a little stretch through the glute, little work through the quad. Same on the left side, a little stretch, a little work through the quads as well as the glutes. Right leg is still in the TheraBand. Take a step or take a sit down into that chair. Eyes look down towards the floor. Left leg extends. Find that nice pivot spot. So same, slightly different. Squeeze the glute, float the left leg. Press the arms long and behind. And again, squeeze the glute and a float and press the arms long behind. Breath out and a breath in. You might have a breath out and breath in to lower, breath out, breath in to relax the arms. So as like before, collarbone feels open, shoulders are relaxed, definite work through the glutes, through the quad. Breath in and out, just don't hold the breath. There are 5. You have 4. Beautiful work, keep going. 3. It's only small, it's not a massive movement. Last 2. 1 more here. Squeeze the glute and press the arms back. Can you stand? Let's swap the legs. So that right quad, the top of the right leg should have been working a bit as well as the right glute. Left glute was working as well. Now we're going to do the same on the other side. So the left knee is bent, all the weight on the left foot. That strap is underneath the foot. Obviously, if you have no TheraBand, there's no strap, but you are in the same position. Breath in or out, squeeze the glute to float. I like a breath in and a breath out to lower. Squeeze the glute, lower it back down. Toes on the left side here, they are open. Toes and feet are relaxed. Squeeze the glute, bring it back down. Stay long through the torso. Stay relaxed through the shoulders. We need to find all the control. Take your time, don't rush the movement. Last 2. Last one here. Beautiful. Same, add a bicep curl. We go the curl. Arms go long. Find a squeeze of the glute. Woohoo, bring it down. And we go again. Bicep curl. And a squeeze of the glute. A bicep curl. A squeeze of the glute. Breath in and out. Breath in and out. Take your time. Enjoy the exercise. So there's no pain, no discomfort through the lower back, but a definite work through the tummy, definite work through the glutes and the legs, even a little work through the back extensors to keep that spine nice and long. So I'm a little wobbly here on the left leg. You might be super cool, super stable. One side's always a little easier than the other, so take your time. There are 4 more. Last 3. Ooh, we've got this. Last 2. 1 more here. Take your time. And let's bring the leg back and stand up tall. Give those legs a little break. We've got 1 more round here with the left leg. Then we'll put both legs into the straps. Draw the tummy and sit down into that little squat. Take the left leg out long. So squeeze the bottom, float the leg. Bring the leg back down. Press the arms long and behind. And again, breath in. And a breath out. Breath in and a breath out. Squeeze the glute. So the toes on the floor want to feel open and relaxed. Coordinate the breathing and the movement. Keep all the weight here on the left side. So you should definitely be finding a work, a little squeeze through the glute. There are 6 more. Collarbone stays open. Shoulders stay relaxed. Last 4. Definite burn through that left quad for you guys. Mine's talking, hope yours is too. Squeeze the glute to float, last 2. Squeeze the glute. 1 more here. Bring the leg back. A stand, a little moment. Hopefully got a little work through the quads, a little work through the glutes, maybe the top of the hamstrings as well. Still holding onto the TheraBand. Again, if you don't have a TheraBand, you don't need to use one, but find the center. Yeah, so if I spread my legs, you'll see, find the center. Put the center down on the floor. Let the TheraBand just open out and relax. And then place the feet within that TheraBand. Wrapping around, maybe once, maybe twice. The lower you hold the TheraBand down closer to the feet, the more intense the exercise is going to be. I'm just going to go side on. Draw the tummy in, sit down into the squat. You don't want to hyperextend, you don't want to round, you just want to stay long through the spine and hold it here. We have a row. Pinch your shoulder blades together, bring the elbows past the torso. Breath out, breath in. Draw the tummy in. Nothing changes through the spine. Definite work where those shoulder blades meet up against the spine or up over the spine. So left and right shoulder blade want to pinch together. They want to kiss, they want to touch above the spine. We've got this, yeah? 3 more. Last 2. 1 more here. Arms are long, draw the tummy in, stand up tall. So now I'm going to turn to face you. Same, but slightly different. Shoulders melt, navel pulls in. Push the bottom back. A little adjustment with the hands if you need. You could chalk up a little more and get a little more closer, a little lower to the mat. Hands start with the knees. If there's no shoulder issues, would love to pull the elbows wide. Breath out, breath in. Elbows pull wide, shoulder blades still pinch together. Tummy pulls in, tummy pulls deeper. A breath out as you bring the hands towards the armpit. Don't shrug the shoulders here. We have 3. You have 2. 1 more here. And we stand. 1 more round here for me, guys. Equal pressure, all 10 toes and your heel. Draw the tummy in, sitting back down in the squat, starting with a narrow row. Bring the arms down, go a wide row. Breath in, breath out, you row, bring it narrow. Breath in, breath out, you row wide. And again, narrow row. And then a wide row. And a narrow one, 3 more. And wide. Last 2, narrow and wide. 1 more here, bring it narrow. Take it down, take it wide, bring it down. Stand up tall, release that strap, just place the strap down. We don't need him for the minute. Standing at the edge of your mat. Shoulders melt, navel pulls in, roll it down. Knees are soft. Roll and melt down. Breath in at the bottom. Breath out, roll and articulate all the way back up. 2 more. Breath in. Breath out, chin to chest, navel pulls in, roll it down. At the bottom here, grab the hands behind the knees. So I've grabbed my right wrist with my left hand, just here behind the knees. Draw the tummy in, separate the shoulder blades, and relax back down. Breath out, separate the shoulder blades, and relax back down. Go flat back. And 1 more, breath out, scoop the tummy around the spine, separate the shoulder blades, relax, release the arms, breath out, roll, and restack. 1 more for me, guys. Draw the tummy in, roll it down. Hands or fingers in contact with the floor. Keep the heels on the floor for me, guys. Pressing the right leg so he's straight. and then a bend. Pressing the left leg back so he's straight, and then bend. So alternating right leg, left leg as you lengthen one leg at a time. So heels stay on the floor, legs don't go anywhere, you're just straightening one leg at a time. Eyes look back behind you. There are 4. There are 3. Just breathing, 2 to go. 1 more each side. Beautiful work. Scoop the tummy around the spine, roll it back up. We're going to roll down again and walk straight out into your plank. Draw the tummy in, let's roll it down. Hands come down to the mat. 1, 2, 3 steps. You are there in your plank. You can stay on the hands and the toes. You can come down onto the knees and the elbows. We can be flat on our tummies like we're by the pool. Regardless where you are long through the spine. You're zipping up your skinny jeans. There are 3 more breaths. There are 2. 1 more breath in. And as you breathe out, pike the hips high for me, guys. A little adjustment. Push the bottom up. Push the chest towards your quads. Lower the heels and lift your heels. A calf raise. We lower and lift. Breath in to lower. Breath out to float. 4 more. Enjoy the calf stretch. 3. Might find a stretch through the upper back as well. 2. And 1. Bring the heels up, draw the tummy in, bring it back to your plank. Lovely work. Hold it here for 4. Hold it here for 3. Breath in and out. 2. Last breath. Knees come down. Push the bottom back. Push into your child's pose for me, guys. Find that rest position. Hold it here for 3. Hold it here for 2. 1 more breath in and out. Scoop the tummy around the spine. Bring it back to your plank. So we can be on our knees or on our toes. I'm going to start on my knees, and then the second round I'm going to come up onto the toes. But if you're on your knees, would love to have you here on the hands. If your wrists have had enough, guys, you can be down on the forearms as well. Your choice where you are. But hands or elbows under shoulders, long through the torso. Draw the tummy in. Pick up the left hand, place it in the center of your mat, right under the chest, yeah? Bring that left leg in so the knee is directly behind the hand. Squeeze those legs together. Draw the tummy in, rotating to the left. Lift up the right hand to your T. So we are here in our side plank position. Zip up your skinny jeans, arms are long, shoulders melt. You are nicely stacked. If you need to look down to the floor to take the pressure out of the neck, feel free. If you need to look straight ahead for a little more challenge or up to the ceiling, that would be lovely as well. Could you lengthen out the right leg, point the toe. That right toe is on the floor. Draw in, float the right leg, bring it back down. Breath out, you float. Breath in, you bring it back down. We float that right leg away from the floor and bring it back down. There's a breath out and a breath in. So remember, you can be on the forearm. You don't need to be on the hand. There are 5 more lifts. A definite squeeze of the bottom as you reach the leg to the far wall. You want to feel like that right leg is pulling out of the hip. 3 to go. Breath out to float. Breath in to lower. Last 1. Hold the leg high if you can. Circle 4, 5. 4, 4. There are 3. You have 2. Reverse your circles. 4, 5. There are 4. We have 3 and 2. Last 1. Bring the leg down. Lower the bottom down to the mat. Have a little rest, yeah? So staying here, just a couple little shoulder rolls. Let's go for 3 and 2. Last 1. Lovely work. Flip it over to the other side for me, guys. So starting on your knees to begin with. Shoulders melt. Hand or forearm is on the mat. Draw the tummy in. Place the legs wherever they need to be. And when you're ready, we lift up to our plank. Or you are up here and you've just adjusted to where you need to be. We know the elbow, the shoulder, and the wrist are all in a straight line. Zip up your skinny jeans, melt the shoulder into the back pocket. If you need to look down, feel free. If you're happy to look up, feel free. That left arm floats up to the ceiling, shoulders melt, navel pulls in. Can you float that left leg, lengthen it out, draw the tummy in, the toes on the floor, the toe is pointed. Breath out, can you float? Breath in, bring it down. Breath out, can you float? Breath in, bring it down. Float the leg away from the mat. Truly doesn't matter how high, it might barely lift off the mat, and that's okay. 5 more here. Breath out to float. Breath in to lower. We float. Bring it down. 2 more. Last one here. Float the leg. Hold that leg long. Draw the tummy in deep circles. 4, 5. 4, 4. 4, 3. And 2. Reverse your circles. 4, 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. Last one. Bring the leg in. Bring the torso down. Have a little rest. And again, just a handful of shoulder rolls. Rolling the shoulders. 4, 3. 4, 2. And 1. Reverse your shoulders. We're going same on the first side. So we're going back to the left side. So we're going to be on the knees if you need that nice option that we just did. If you need a little more challenge, we're going to take you to your toes. So you could be on the hand, you could be on the forearm, yeah? Your choice. Elbow and shoulder or hand and shoulder are in line. Shoulders melt. Remember, we don't want to sink in here. With the longer lever, with the legs long, it does put more pressure on the shoulder. So you really want to make sure you're pressing down into the mat, not melting into the floor. So we're going to do everything exactly the same. The only difference is we are going to be in a longer lever. You're going to lift up onto the toes if you can, yeah? So partway through, before I lift the top leg, I'm going to lower that bottom leg down to the floor because it's my left side and that's my dodgy side, yeah? But you don't have to lower the knee if you don't want to. So legs are long. Right leg is in front of the left. We are on the left side. Draw the tummy in. Shoulders melt. A breath in. Can you float? Lovely. Looking down to the elbow if you need. Look straight ahead or up to the ceiling for a little more challenge. Float the right arm straight up to the ceiling. Draw the tummy in. So here I'm going to lower that left knee down, point that right toe and float the leg. You don't need to lower the leg if you don't want to, yeah? Breath out, can you float? Breath in, can you lower? Breath out, breath in. Tummy pulls in, tummy pulls deeper. A definite squeeze of the glute to allow that right leg to float away from the floor. 4 to go. 3 more. Melt the shoulders away from the ears. Last 2. 1 more here. Float the leg. Keep it there. We circle. 4, 5. There are 4, 3, 2. Last 1. Reverse your circles. 4, 5. There are 4, 3, 2. Last 1. Bring it in. Bring it down. Have a little rest. Again, 3 little shoulder rolls, yeah? We'll go for the shoulder rolls here, 3 each way. Make sure you breathe. And then we reverse our shoulder rolls. And then we've got 1 more round on the other side. Last shoulder roll here. Lovely work. So flip it over. Going to do exactly the same with the long levers if you can on the right hand side. So on the elbow or on the hand, wherever you need to be. I'm going to be on the elbow or hand under the shoulder. Don't sink into that side. Pressing down into the forearm. Left leg here is in front of the right. Draw the tummy in. Remember, you don't need to lift onto the toes. You can stay on the knees. A breath in. Can you float? Lovely work. Looking down to the elbow takes the pressure out of the neck. Looking forward or up to the ceiling gives you a little more challenge. Float that left arm through to the ceiling. Point the toe. Can you float that left leg? And bring it back down. Breath out, breath in. Breath out, and in. If you need to lower the knee on the right side, by all means do. Breath out and in. 5 to go. 4 to go. Lovely work. 3. 2 more. Ooh. And 1. I'm going to drop my knee. That's enough for that side. Keep the leg floating. We circle. 4, 5, 4, 4, and 3, 2. Reverse your circles. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last 1, and bring it down. Have a rest, guys. Another quick little shoulder roll. I'm going to go straight into my Z-sit, but shoulder rolls here. Beautiful work. So we've worked the glutes a little, we've worked the legs a little, worked the side of the torso. Let's give ourselves a stretch, and then we'll do a little more work. So the right shin is parallel to the front of the mat. The left shin's folded back behind. We've got our Z-sit. Again, if that doesn't feel nice, you could cross the legs. Legs could go long in front of the torso. So, sitting tall, arms out to a T, shoulders melt. Breath in, lift out of the ribs. A little lean over to the right. Hand comes down, elbow comes down, reach over with the left hand. Big breath in, breath out, bring it back to a T. Draw the tummy in, reach up and over. Bring the left hand onto the right knee, pressing down as you reach over. Find that lovely stretch through that right side. Windmill the arms around. A little lean, a tilt. Elbow comes down and reach over as you breathe in. Bring it back to the T. Windmill the arms around. It's like the arms pull long in 2 separate directions to allow you to lift. Pressing down onto the front knee. Windmill around. 1 more. T. A little reach across. A little lean. Elbow comes down and reach up and over. Big breath in. And a breath out, bring it back to the T. Reach out as you lift and rotate around. And bring it back for me, guys. Let's change it over to the other side. So the left leg is in front. The left shin is parallel to the mat. Right shin is folded back behind. Again, if you need to, you could cross the legs or take the legs in front. One side's always a little different than the other. Lengthen, lift out of the hips, arms go long and out to the side, shoulders melt. Let's lean it across. Lean it down to the T, elbow comes down and reach over with the right hand. Big breath into the ribs. Bring it to a T, reach, reach, reach. Windmill the arms around, press down onto the left elbow as you reach over, elbow. Press down onto the left knee as you reach over with the left arm. Don't know where the elbow came from, but reaching out long. A little tilt. We come down, hand, elbow, and reach over with the right arm. Big breath in. Bring it back to the T and reach out long. Find your own little traction to get the body to contract, to get the body, the torso, to bring you back up and over. 1 more here. Breath in and out. Reach the arms out to a T, sitting up tall. A little shunt over to the left. Left hand comes down, as does the elbow. Reach up and over. Big breath in and out. Bring it back to the T. Reach out and around to reach over. Beautiful work for me, guys. And bring it back. Let's swivel around. We are lying down on the mat. Knees are bent, feet flat on the floor. So play around with where those feet need to be. You want the feet as close together as feels comfortable. So the knees could be touching, ankles could be touching, and you want the feet as close to your bottom as works for your body. So starting with the pelvic tilt, yeah, super small, breath out. Let the weight of the tummy melt into the spine. Let the spine melt into the mat. As you breathe in, tilt the pelvis, arch the spine. That plate of peas, that glass of champagne rests here on your tummy. As you breathe out, let the peas roll towards your ribs. Let the drink spill to the chest. And a breath in, breath out. Roll it back to neutral. Everything levels back out. 2 more. Breath out, tilting the pelvis. Lengthen out the lower back into the mat. Maybe a little squeeze now of the bottom. Breath in, bring it back to neutral. Peas roll back towards the pubic bone. Champagne levels out. 1 more here. Breath out. Flattening the back into the mat. Breath in, bring it back home. A little faster, a little higher. Breath out, tilt the pelvis, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips, keep the legs super glued together. Breath in at the top, and a breath out, squeeze as you roll through the spine. Tail is the last thing to touch down. As we breathe out, pelvis tilts, tail squeezes, tail lifts, and lifting through the spine. Breath in, and a breath out, roll it back down. So find your own pace, but a definite squeeze of the glute, a definite articulation through the spine, a definite squeeze of those legs together. Don't let them wobble in and out. We have 4 more. Rolling through the spine. Breath in and a breath out, roll it back down. Beautiful, last 3. Two to go. Last one here. Breath in and a breath out. Roll it back down through to the mat. A little adjustment. You can take the legs out a little wider if that's comfortable for your body. Same, but different, guys. Keeping the pelvis in a neutral position. Squeeze the glute, press the hips straight up. But let's roll and melt back down. Breath in at the bottom. Breath out, squeeze and press. And a breath out, let's roll and melt back down. We go again. Breath out, we squeeze, we lift. We roll it back home. And again, breath out, we squeeze, we lift. And roll it back down. 3 more like this. Squeeze and lift. And roll it back down. So you're lifting as a plank, a definite snap, a definite contraction through your glutes, and roll it back down. I've lost count, but let's say there are 2 more. Breath out, we squeeze and lift. Roll it back down. And again, squeeze and lift, and roll it back down. 1 more here, squeeze and lift, roll it back down. You can articulate, or you can lift as a plank, whatever feels more comfortable for you. But when you're ready, breath out, we lift the hips, find an extra little tilt of the pelvis, lifting both heels, lower both heels, and roll through the spine. Lovely work. Again, articulating or lifting as a plank, but we lift, squeeze the ribs and hips together a little more, find a little extra contraction, 2 calf raises, lift and lower, and roll through the spine to take it back down. 4 more rounds, adding an extra calf raise on each round. Breath out, you lift, find that extra little tilt. We have 3. You have 2 and 1, and roll it back down. Lovely work for me, guys. Again, breath out, you squeeze and lift, find the tilt, and 4 calf raises, and 3 and 2 and 1, and roll it down. Up to 5, squeeze and lift, find that extra little tilt, find that extra little bit of work, and lift for 5. There are 4, there are 3, and 2. Last 1, drop the heels, roll it back down. A little adjustment for me, my legs have just slipped out a little, and when we're ready, last round, a press, we roll or you lift as a plank, an extra little squeeze of those glutes, and calf raises for 6. Breath in and out, lift and lower, 2 more. Last 1, drop the heels, roll it back down. Beautiful work. Bring the legs into tabletop, hands behind the knees, on the knees, head stays relaxed on the mat. Left arm goes long, he reaches for the floor behind the head, bring it back down. Right arm goes long, reach for the floor behind the head, bring it back down. Method in the madness. Push the left leg out long. Bring it all the way home. Same on the other side. So I feel I said left, but the left one comes now. So Left arm goes long. Breath in, breath out. Right arm goes long. There's a breath in, reach up and over. Breath out, bring it home. Right leg, press it away. Keep hold of the left leg. He stays stable. Bring it back. Now the left leg. I got my left and rights confused on the first round, but we are good now. 2 more rounds. Left arm goes long. Bring it back. Right arm goes long. We bring it back. Right leg, press it away. Breath out, bring it home. Breath in for the left leg, extend it out. 1 more round like this for me, please. Left arm goes long. Bring it back. Right arm goes long. We bring it back. Right leg extends. Bring it back, as does the left leg. We go straight into our cross crawl, our dead bug. Left arm, right leg go long together. Bring it back home. Right arm, left leg go long together. Bring it back. Continue. Left arm, right leg. Bring it back. Right arm, left leg. Draw the tummy in away from the clothing as you breathe and as you extend. I like a breath in to extend, a breath out to bring it home. Your breathing might be the reverse, and that's okay. We know the worst thing is if we hold our breath. Lovely work. 4 more, 2 more each side. Breath in and out. Breath in and out. 1 more each side. Tummy pulls in away from the clothing. Last one here. Head and shoulders can stay down. Draw the tummy in. Super glue the legs together. Footprint to ceiling. Bring it back down. So hips stay where they are. They don't lift any higher. They don't lower any lower, but we're hinging from the knees. Hands can be extended and be behind the knees if that's comfortable. Head and shoulders can lift if that's comfortable as well. There's a breath in and out. Tummy pulls in, tummy pulls deeper. Can you take the legs out on an angle? Can you bring the knees all the way in? Reach for the ankles. Breath in, both legs go long. Breath out, both knees come in. So as much as it is a little harder to keep head and shoulders high, I just find it easier to keep my back in a neutral position with my head lifted. 3 more double leg floats. Take them both out together. Bring them both back home. Breath in, both legs go long. Super glue those legs together. Breath out, bring it back. 1 more here. Breath in, breath out, bring it back. Legs are in tabletop. Hands behind the head. So legs would love to stay in tabletop if that's an option. Otherwise, legs come back down into the mat. Breath out, a little rotation to the left. Breath in, back to center. Breath out, we rotate to the right. Breath in, back to center. There's a breath out and a breath in. A breath out and a breath in. 1 more each way. Lovely work. Knees come in, grab hold behind the knees, round into a ball, roll back, roll forward, rolling all the way up to sitting. So still holding behind the knees if that's comfortable, or holding in front of the shins, leaning back onto that pivot point. Float the right leg to tabletop. Float the left leg to tabletop. Squeeze those feet together. Press the knees out into the elbows. Press the shins into the hands, looking down to the pubic bone. Breath in to roll back. Breath out to bring it forward. 3 more. Breath in and a breath out. Just rolling to the shoulder blades, not to the neck. Rolling back, rolling up. 1 more roll like a ball. There's a breath in and a breath out. Find the pivot point. Lengthen through the spine. Shoulders melt into the back pocket. So release the shins. Hold the hands behind the knees. Draw the tummy in. Can you lengthen out the right leg? Reach for the ceiling. Bring it back. Lengthen out the left leg. Reach for the ceiling. Woohoo! And bring it back. We've got 4 more. So legs are in tabletop. Draw the tummy in. Hands behind the knees. Take the right leg out. Extend it out. Bring it back down. Left leg goes long. Beautiful work. Bring it back. And again, right leg extends. Bring it back. Left leg. So pressing the back of the knee into the hand helps the tummy keep you upright. Bring it back. 3 to go. Last 2. Lovely work. 1 more here. Last one on the left. Bring it back. Hold the legs in tabletop. Hold behind the knees or arms lengthen out. Slowly lower the torso back to the mat. Legs are in tabletop still. Hands behind the head. Lower the left leg, lower the right leg to the mat. Keep the left leg in tabletop. Rotate to the left. Bring it back home. Breath out and a breath in. We rotate right elbow, left knee. Bring it back to the center. A little crisscross here. 2 more. Breath out. Breath in. 1 more here. Lovely work. Bring the torso back to the center. Bring the left leg down to the mat. Bring the right leg to tabletop. And again, we rotate. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. And in. A little crisscross. Opposite elbow pulls to the opposite knee. And we are just working the one side here. There are 2 more. 1 more here. Lovely work. Grab behind that right knee. Draw the tummy in. Let it lever you up. Legs are long in front of the torso. Toes point up to the ceiling. Arms reach for the toes. Breath in, you sit tall. Breath out, chin to chest, navel pulls in, reaching forward. Breath in, breath out, roll all the way back up. We sit tall. Hands stay parallel to the floor. Toes point up to the ceiling. And as you breathe out, chin to the chest, navel pulls in, reaching up and over past the toes. And a breath in, bring it back up. We go again. Breath in, breath out, chin to chest, navel pulls in. Lovely. And bring it back on a breath in. 1 more here. Breath in and out, reaching up and over. Lovely. Breath in and out. Bring it all the way back. Lovely. Keep the legs there. Draw the tummy in. Roll it down. Roll and melt. Melt through the lower back, middle back, shoulders, head, arms come up and over. Windmill the arms all the way around, bend the knees. Find where you need to be. Find that neutral pelvis, yeah? Shoulders are relaxed. So we can do either one of the first options. The legs can stay on the floor. The leg, you could have 1 leg in tabletop, 1 leg on the floor. My preference would be both legs in tabletop. Head and shoulders lift, hands behind the head. Can you lengthen the right leg out on the angle? Left leg stays in tabletop. If you need to regress, guys, you know that you could let that right leg relax on the mat. Can you bring the right elbow to the left knee? Bring it back to center. There's a breath out and a breath in. There's a breath out and a breath in. 3 more here. Breath out and in. Last 2. Lovely work. 1 more here. Bring the leg back in. Draw the tummy in deep. Lengthen out the left leg. If we need to regress, place the left leg flat on the floor, but the preference would be to have that left leg up. Cross the left elbow to the right knee. Bring it back. There's a breath out and a breath in. Tummy pulls in, tummy pulls deeper. There are 3. You have 2. 1 more here. Bring the legs back together. Draw the tummy in. Roll it up for me, guys. Place yourself in the center of the mat. Hands are behind the hips. You're going to start with the knees bent and the feet flat on the mat. Big breath in. Lift the chest. Melt the shoulders away from the ears. And again, as you breathe in, can you squeeze the glutes, lift the hips, and bring it back down. And again, breath in, float Let that breath in, allow the movement to start. And bring it back down. 2 more. Breath in, lengthen. And bring it back down. 1 more here. Lengthen, lift the chest, lift the heart, squeeze the glutes to lift the pelvis. Breath in and out to bring it back down. Same, but slightly different, guys. Legs are going to go long. Hands still behind the hips. So if this is too much, guys, go back to the bent leg. Draw the tummy in. Lengthen, lift the ribs. Fill the ribs with air. That's your breath in. Squeeze the glutes. Bring it back down. There are 4. Lengthen, lift the chest, lift the heart, squeeze the glutes. We lift the pelvis. And bring it back down. 2 to go. So a breath in, allow that air to fill the lungs. That air that fills the lungs is going to lift the hips, and as you lift the hips, you squeeze the glutes to drive the hips forward. Bring them back down. 1 more here. Yeah, last one. Shoulders melt. Navel pulls in. Fill the lungs with air. Squeeze the glutes to drive the hips up. And bring it down. 1 more round on the floor. Yeah, arms along, shoulders melt. Can you roll back through to the mat? Navel pulls in. Roll it down. Hands behind the head. Knees are bent. A little adjustment if you need. You want to stay lifted, so the shoulder blades might just be touching the mat. Legs, 1 at a time to tabletop. Left leg extends, grab hold of the left calf. Right leg goes long, 2 pulses, and a swap. Breath out, breath out, breath out, breath out, breath out, breath out. 4 to go. 3 to go. 2. Our little hamstring pulls. 1 more each leg. Bring them in and relax. Arms to a T. Legs would love to be in tabletop. Again, if you need to regress the exercise, relax the legs down onto the mat. But if your legs could be in tabletop, breath in, let the knees roll to the left, but keep the shoulders relaxed on the mat. Breath out, squeeze the legs together, bring yourself back to the center. Breath in, let the knees roll to the right. Breath out, squeeze the right leg into the left to bring you back home. Breath in, shoulders melt. Navel pulls in, anchor the body into the mat. Breath out, squeeze the left leg into the right. 3 to go. Breath in, you go to the right. Breath out, you squeeze everything back to the center. 1 more each side, last 2. Breath in. And a breath out, our little spine twist. Last one here. Breath in, you go to the right. Breath out, squeeze the right leg into the left. And bring the legs back to the mat. Let's flip it over onto your tummy for me, guys. Hands level with the ears, level with the head. Fingers are wide, legs are long, legs are under the body. Pressing the tops of the feet into the mat, getting a little squeeze from the seat. Draw the tummy in as you breathe in. Can you lift the chin, lift the chest, press the elbows and the hands into the mat. And a breath out, lower the torso back down, feeling a little taller on the floor. Breath in, lift the chin, lift the chest, press into the hands, into the forearms. And a breath out. Just feel that you could place yourself a little taller on the mat. Breath in, lift, lift, lengthen, tummy pulls in, ribs connect in, and a breath out. 3 more for me, guys, lifting a little higher if you can. Melt the shoulders in your back pocket. Breath in, pressing onto the elbows. Breath out, lengthen to lift the elbows away from the mat. Breath in, you lower the elbows back down. Breath out, lower the chest back through to the mat. Breath in, lift the chin, lift the chest, lift the heart, ribs pull in. Eyes always look to the floor. We lower with a breath in and a breath out, again feeling a little taller. One more here, breath in, we lengthen. Breath out, you float. Breath in, you lower. Breath out, you relax. Legs are wide, heels are together, hands by your shoulders. Draw the tummy in. A little push up to press back. Push the bottom back into that rest position. Hold it here for 2. Hold it here for 1 more breath in, and as you breathe out, can the bottom push back just a little further? And on the 3rd breath out, scoop the tummy round the spine, bring yourself back. Tuck the toes under for me, please. Pressing back onto the feet, draw the tummy in. Let's roll and restack. Just a shoulder roll here for 3, for 2, for 1. Lovely work. Little prance. 1 leg at a time comes up onto the toe. Hips stay nice and level, so you don't want to sag out through the hips, yeah? Ribs and hips pulled together. Zipping up your skinny jeans, tail pulls to the back of the knees. Still have our little prances coordinating, yeah? 1 more each side. All the weight goes down into the left foot, right leg float the heel away from the mat. Zip up the skinny jeans a little more. Don't sink into that left side. Stay lifted. Right leg can stay on the floor. It's the nicer, it's the easier option. Right leg can float up towards the left. The higher up you float into that tree position, guys, the harder balance is. Press the knee out and away. Bring the hands in front of the pelvis. There's a breath in. Let the arms open out. Beautiful work. Hands touch above the head. Breath out. Press the hands together as you bring the hands down. Press the arms forward. A breath stroke moment. Breath in. Turn the palms to face the ceiling. Breath out. You open like a book. Palms face the ceiling. Draw the tummy in. Breath in. Reach the arms up and over. Fingers and hands touch. Press together as you bring the hands back down. Melt the shoulders into your back pocket. Little wobbly there. Stay up tall. Turn the palms. A little breath stroke moment. There's a breath in. Open the book. Palms face the ceiling. Lovely work. Bring the hands down. Lovely. We need to do the same on the other side. Dare I say that was my left leg, the dodgy leg. See how we go on the right. So a handful of prances. Let's go for 4. Let's go for 3. Let's go for 2. Last one, all the weight on the right side. Zip up your skinny jeans. Ribs feel connected. Tail feels heavy. Everything switched on. Left leg can be on the floor. Left leg can come up to the tree, opening up from the hips. When you're balanced, when you're ready, hands are in front. Shoulders melt. Breath in. Arms come up. Fingers come up overhead. Touch the fingers, touch the hands, press the hands together, bring it down. There's a breath out. Shoulders melt, navel pulls in. Turn the fingers to face forward and breath in. You press forward. A breath stroke moment. Open like a book. Palms face the ceiling. We open out to a T. Bit wobbly again. Breath in. Can you lengthen? Can you float? Draw the tummy in deep. Fingers and hands connect overhead. Breathing out, bring the hands down as you press together. Shoulders melt, breath stroke moment. There's a breath in. Lovely. Open the book, breath out. Palms face the floor, bring the hands down. Bring the leg down. Handful of prances, and we are done for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. We used the TheraBand again this week. I hope you enjoyed that as well. We'll see you all next week, guys. Stay well. We'll see you then. Bye.